I was gonna say I'm more put together, but I think I'm even less put together.
Joshua Bassett and Sofia Wylie are here, looking back at 4 seasons of High School Musical, the series. And we've got the stories that define the week on People in 10. I'm Makon Jovu, bringing you everything you need to know about pop culture right now. 10 minutes are on the clock, so let's get to it with the first 5. Starting as loved ones mourn the tragic death of Sandra Bullock's partner, Randall.
I found the love of my life.
On Monday, Brian's family announced that he had passed away peacefully after a 3-year battle with ALS.
He was 57 years old.
His family shared that he chose early to keep his journey with ALS private, so they did their best to honor that request.
Bullock first met the model-turned-photographer when he photographed her son, Louis' 5th birthday.
Sandra was previously married to Jesse James for 5 years and addressed the topic of remarrying on Red Table Talk in 2021.
I don't need a paper to be a devoted partner and devoted mother.
Bullock's sister posted a tribute to Randall this week and called ALS a cruel disease. She added that there's some comfort in knowing he had the best caretakers, praising her sister and all the nurses who helped him. Octavia Spencer also paid tribute, noting that Randall was Bullock's soulmate.
I don't need to be told to be ever present in the hardest of times. I don't need to be told to weather a storm with a good man.
The couple were together for 8 years. In this week's People, Angel Carter is opening up about the loss of her twin brother, Aaron Carter.
No matter how tragic something may be or how bad something may be, you have to really find the good in it and to do something positive. And I'm at a place now where I feel like I don't want Aaron to die in vain.
After Aaron's tragic death back in November, Angel joined forces with the On Our Sleeves charity to raise awareness for children's mental health.
It's much easier to raise a strong child than to fix a broken adult. I think life would be very different if my parents, got to a place where they realized that children need to be children. My brothers were continuously working like adults, and their childhood was stripped from them.
But despite the childhood Aaron had, Angel continues to celebrate the person he grew up to become.
Aaron was a really funny, just humble guy, and he walked into a room and really just lit up the space.
Moving on to a shocking split in Bachelor Nation. After 4 years together, Kaitlyn, Bristowe, and Jason Tartick are ending their engagement.
I'll tell you, it was not planned.
They began dating in 2019 and got engaged in May of 2021. But now they say they feel grateful to be ending their engagement with love and respect for each other. They also share that they will continue to care for their 2 dogs together. This as Sophia Bush and her husband Grant Hughes are also calling it quits after 13 months of marriage.
Do you have any idea why?
People exclusively confirmed that the actress filed for divorce, with the source noting that the pair were friends for 10 years and bonded during the pandemic. Now they'll continue to run their nonprofit together and remain good friends.
He should be so lucky.
And Wayne Brady is embracing his authentic self as he comes out as pansexual, meaning he's attracted to people regardless of their sex or gender.
This is really cool.
The comedian tells People exclusively that he, quote, loves all people equally, and now that includes myself. Next up, the post you've been loving this week. Simone Biles cried tears of joy over her return to gymnastics. Over the weekend, the Olympian dominated at the Core Hydration Classic, her first competition since the 2021 Tokyo Olympics. Congrats! Gisele Bündchen is feeling recharged and inspired as she spent time in her birth country, Brazil, which she calls a magical place. And John Legend and Chrissy Teigen are taking their first vacation as a giant family of 6.
I just wanna think about loving.
Which included some Nintendo, Legos, and plenty of smiles. Meanwhile, Ciara announced baby number 4 is on the way, her 3rd with hubby Russell Wilson. And Justin Trudeau took in Barbie with his 15-year-old son, Xavier.
So cool.
The Canadian Prime Minister, who recently announced his divorce after nearly 2 decades of marriage, proclaimed he's Team Barbie as the father and son duo rocked their best pink ensembles for the occasion. And this week's People cover story, Luke Bryan is reflecting on his rise to country stardom.
I don't think you're ever going to enter into the music business without making some immature mistakes, especially when you drink a lot of beer, you're going to make mistakes. But I look back and I'm proud about the whole climb to get here. I think the main thing is just try to do your best to tell your story in the most authentic and believable way after all these years, and hopefully the fans will still be there to hear what I got to say.
And when he's not on tour or filming American Idol or prepping for his upcoming Vegas residency, Luke relishes time at home with his wife Caroline, nephew Tilden, and sons Bo and Tate.
We're a pretty happy family and have fun. They're all collectively different people, which adds more personality. To them, I'm just dad. When I get home, they don't care if I've sold out 10 shows or whatever. They just want to go hang with dad, and it's special when we can all do it together.
Now, let's move on to some screen time. I'm so excited today to be joined by Sofia Wylie and Joshua Bassett, who star in season 4 of High School Musical, the series, out now on Disney+.
High School Musical 4, The Reunion, a movie that's gonna shoot right here at East High.
I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. For question number 1, you'll give me 1 answer. Question number 2, you'll give me 2 answers, and so on and so forth. Are y'all ready to get started?
Oh, we're ready.
Yep. The show has been so fun to watch over the last 4 years, and I'm so sad that this is the final season. Name the 1 biggest difference in yourselves from when you began filming.
It's funny because I feel like I know even less than the first season. Like I was gonna say I'm more put together, but I think I'm even less put together. So I really don't know.
I'm more settled within my skin. Season 1 me was just entering puberty, basically. So now I'm like, I'm who I am, and I will continue to change, but I think I have a better grip on who I want to be. For me and Olivia and some of the younger cast members, I think there's definitely a pretty big physical change. Even for you, like you had straight highlights in the first season. There's just so much physical growth for sure.
100%. But I think again, it's more spiritual, emotional growth. Like I do not recognize myself from season 1. I'm like, oh my gosh, like who is that guy, and when can I meet him again?
You're both so active on social media. Your fans love to see that different side of you. So what's your 1 favorite current TikTok trend?
Okay, well, there's this trend where you eat sausage, cottage cheese, raw veggies, and mustard. And I tried it, and it was so good, and I've eaten it multiple times since then. All my friends are roasting me for it because they think it's disgusting, but I think it's fabulous.
Let's talk more about social media. Marry, date, or delete Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok?
Yeah, I'm gonna marry TikTok. I'm going to date Instagram, and I'm going to re-delete Twitter because it's definitely deleted.
It's such a joy to see you guys on our screen. I love everything about High School Musical, but I'm curious to know, what are 2 High School Musicals that you'd put on today?
Separate from the rest of the cast, I'm actually not a theater kid at all, so they'll be talking about all these musicals and I have no clue what they're saying, but I do love Hamilton, so I would do Hamilton.
I don't think I could put on Hamilton, but I could put on Dear Evan Hansen would be pretty great.
Oh yeah, that is good.
But also, I really love Footloose, which might seem so bizarre, but Footloose the musical is so good.
Out of all the cast from the movies and the series, who are the top 3 High School Musical alums that you'd love to work with again, and why?
I would love to work with Allison Reed again. I loved her. Corbin, I had a lot of fun dancing with him and learning from him, and maybe Monique as well. I think it would be really interesting to get to know her a bit more.
I would have to say Zeke, Kelsey, and then the Miley Cyrus cameo in High School Musical 2. I would want to work with her.
Y'all seemed like y'all had so much fun on set. Who made you laugh the most? Who hit up craft services the most? Who was always on time?
Frankie, and Frankie. No,
yeah,
but
for real.
Yeah, no, but Frankie is the funniest person on the planet. And he doesn't even have to try. Adrian eats more sugar in a day than anyone I've ever met. Dude,
I know. I don't think that kid eats regular food.
Dude, I swear, it's like Cheetos all day. He's like having Twizzlers. We'll just be talking. He has 1 AirPod in and a Twizzler in his mouth. I'm like, Adrian, he just needs to be consuming at all times.
Yeah.
And then always on time. I feel like Julia's always pretty on time.
Julia is one of the most professional people I know. So good.
Yeah, I'm always at least 5 minutes late. I'm pretty sure every single day of season 4, I was 5 to 10 minutes late.
You're both so multi-talented. You act, you sing, you dance, and you're only getting started. So what are 4 goals that you'd love to accomplish in the future?
I want to direct, and then writing also. So I think, oh, you know, there is, I want to like write, direct, star in, and score like a film someday.
Some of my favorite books, I would love to adapt them into a movie or television show. I think bringing something to life that you've been able to create only in your own head is so, so beautiful. And then, like you, I would love to direct and produce and continue on, not just in front of the camera, but behind it too.
And finally, what are 5 reasons everyone should go watch season 4 of Disney Plus's High School Musical, the series?
Family, fun,
Friendship.
freedom, and fantastic music.
Yes! Period.
Sophia and Joshua, thank you so much for joining me today. Season 4 of High School Musical, the series, is out now on Disney Plus. All right, time's up. See you back here next Thursday.